So what happens when you team up one JBL Charge 5 plus another JBL Charge 5 plus another Charge 5 plus another Charge 5? That's 4 JBL Charge 5s teamed up to beat down on one JBL Boombox 3 on New Stuff TV. And I'm your host, Antoine. Look at all these JBL portable Bluetooth speakers Richardson. Because today we're going to be finding out I got to do this comparison. Previously, I've done two other comparisons, which was two JBL Charge 5s, which happens to be my favorite Bluetooth speaker from JBL. If you don't already know, if you follow the channel or not, it's my favorite speaker from JBL. Because of its size, its bang for buck, I just love the sound that comes out of this thing. My number two favorite speaker is the JBL Boombox 3. Ain't really nothing else out there touching it, man. I don't care what anybody says about a tri-bit speaker or a Soundcore speaker. It is not, just no. Anyhow, I did two comparisons. I did two JBL Charge 5s paired up to beat up on one JBL Extreme 3. And then in another video, I did a comparison of two JBL Extreme 3s against one JBL Boombox 3. Now, here's the deal. I know a lot of you JBL fanboys always talk about when it comes to the JBL Extreme 3 and the Boombox 3 that you gotta plug them in to get the most power out of them. Well, let me tell you something, man. This is gonna hurt your little feelings, but I ain't plugging them in. I'm just not gonna do that because if you look on any advertisement, any ad that they have, a video ad or like on a website or whatever, on the box itself, they're not plugged in. That's not how they advertise this thing to be worked out. It is advertised to be an on-the-go, drop it and start the party type of speaker, both of them. I mean, it is what it is. So I'm not plugging them in just so I can get more power. We're talking about portable, battery-powered Bluetooth speakers. And today, we're gonna pair this one up. No, this one is just gonna have to stand alone in the ring with 4 JBL Charge 5s. And why am I doing this crazy ass comparison? It's because the prices have come down on the JBL Charge 5 and the Flip 6 and even the JBL Extreme 3. But the price is still standing nice and sturdy on the JBL Boombox 3. So right here, if you add up 4 of these, for the price of 4 of these, you can pretty much get a JBL Boombox 3. So it's like, all right, man, if I got that much bread to spend on a JBL Boombox 3, what would be a better value? I know some of y'all appreciated the comparison with 2 Extreme 3s, but today we're gonna try it out. Like if you wanna be nuts and just get 4 Charge 5s and pair them up in PartyBoost or in stereo pair, whatever you wanna do. If you wanna do that, we're gonna find out today if it was actually like more sound, you know what I mean, than a Boombox 3. So, man, I've done so many videos on these speakers as far as specs and like features and stuff. I'm not gonna get into that, man. Let's just go into the other room, turn these jokers on and see how they sound. Oh man, all right guys, that was fun. That was cool, man. Yeah, so all right, let's just be honest here. The Boombox 3 is a beast. And this is one of those times where I wish I had a microphone that could truly capture bass. Scratch that. This is one of those times I wish you all could just come over, hang out with me. We'll you know, mix up some drinks and we'll just play some tracks, man, and just listen to, you know, tracks all day, you know, testing out speakers. This is when I wish I could be with you. You could be here with me at the studio with Wilson and everything. We could just be doing this because, you know, the mic test, nah, doesn't do that any justice on the JBL Charge 5 side or the Boombox 3 side because it does not capture that surrounding bass. So naturally, I've always talked about how this thing just drops bass. It gets nice and low, especially since it has a dedicated subwoofer. But I've never had more than two. This is my first time doing four. I've never had more than two JBL Charge 5s hooked up and they sounded great. But when you pair up four of them, you get a nice, like, deep bass, like, you know, from around. And I had them on a table. So I can only imagine, like, having them, you know, placed strategically, you know, in a room or something like that if you had all four. That was nice. But I will be honest, it does not compare to the richness or deepness and the, like, the bass, like, of the JBL, the Boombox 3. The bass, it doesn't compare. It's fantastic, it's good. The treble and the mids are nice and clean on both ends, on the Charge 5 and the Boombox 3, nice and clean. But that bass, you cannot beat the bass that comes out of the Boombox 3, man. It was too much. Now at max volume, well, I did a 50% and an 80% test on both, and they both performed extremely well. It's just what JBL does. You know, it didn't seem like they pulled back that much, but I'm just impressed with the overall sound that I got. That was impressive. And I'm really impressed at how well 4 of the JBL Charge 5 held up against the big daddy here, the boss. But you know what? It's really not a competition, man. It's all family here, man. So, you know, I really wish you guys could be here with me because the microphones don't do it any justice. They don't really capture the bass. You know what I'm saying? The bass. Anyhow, it's all family here, man. So we just gonna let the boys play together as we end the video, man. I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff, but what I do know is all 5 of these hooked up, man, that's some thump.